are now tuned in to Insight Sundays, the show that brings you relevant news, youth topics with a new mission and focus for our communities.
Going on, Indiana? It's your main man, Adrian Mickens, with my co-star co-host,
David Kegler.
And once again, we want to appreciate everybody for tuning in to the Harambe production of Insight Sundays. And again, I'm your main man, Adrian Mickens. We have our special guest who comes in, which is Miss Danielle. How you doing, Danielle?
Hello.
And as always, once again, if you want to stay connected with us in any way, definitely the most primary way is Insight Sundays on Facebook. Once again, that's Facebook Insight Sundays, or you can keep in touch with us on any other social media platform, Snapchat, Twitter, and Instagram. So we're going to go ahead and kick off this show with a little food to the soul. And that's about the easiest way I can say that is food to the soul right there. So we're going to let my guests introduce themselves real quick.
Okay, well, I'm Mike Warren. This is my wife, Tiffany Warren.
Yeah.
And we are the owners of Off the Hook Fishing More. It's a food truck.
Mobile
food truck.
That's
there
right.
you go. Yeah. We sell fish, shrimp, cake, hush puppies, coleslaw. You can go down the line, man.
Drinks, yes, sir.
That's awesome, man. And, you know, I want to start off by saying me and Mike and David, for that matter, we go back maybe about 8-9 years.
Yeah, about
8-9 years ago.
Yep.
So this is my first time actually getting a chance to meet Miss Tiffany here in the house today. But what made you guys want to start a mobile food truck?
Well, some family members of mine had started a mobile food truck. Kind of made me think about it like, I can do it too, because I'm not no gourmet chef. I don't cook everything in the world, lasagnas, pizzas, whatever you want. Yeah. But I can cook some fish. If you had some, you might know about that. You know what I'm saying?
He can slay that fish.
Man in the studio was like,
tell him.
But yeah, I know I can cook some fish, and I think a lot of people will like it, man. The prices are pretty good too. I don't know if y'all checked out the menu or not, but yeah.
Well, I'm with you on that, except for mine's is different. I say I can't cook after 12 p.m. I'm just breakfast. So
there you go.
You got me beat.
I ain't no breakfast. I can't cook no breakfast.
Breakfast is my thing,
You got me beat on that. So, but that's awesome, man, that you guys got that truck started, man, and everything is moving. So from an inspirational, way of the story, what did it take for that to happen? It's easy just to say that we wanted to do it, but let's get it. We live in a behind the scenes generation where we got to see.
Everybody want to see what's going on
to get there.
It look nice right now.
What did it take to get there? I mean, y'all got the truck with the wrap on it, man, with the fish. I mean, it's awesome, man. You can't miss it. It's a bright green truck, man. If you miss it, you got to be blind.
That's what we wanted.
You got to be blind. So what did it take, man, from the behind the scenes look for y'all to get to where y'all are now?
It took so much. It's such a journey. We still on it.
Okay.
We had engine problem. We got the engine. Quit. Had to get another one. We were trying to get married. Happened maybe 2 weeks in.
Yep.
Right before we were trying to get married, and we like, that's taking away money from that.
Yeah.
What we gonna do? And then how we gonna? First of all, we didn't have anybody to really put all the things in it. We bought all the fryers, all the stuff to go in it.
Yeah.
But we're like, okay, so now who's gonna put this in? Plumbing, painter, all that. Shout out to John.
Shout out to John Whitesell. John Whitesell.
He did it
Shout
all.
out to him.
Electrical,
whoever you are,
plumbing.
you got a shout out, man. That's awesome.
It's nothing but God right there too.
And I'm glad that you mentioned, something, specifically about the marriage, because I think a lot of the times what happens is people always say, oh, that young couple, man, they putting the cart before the horse and stuff like that. But when you're really working together and you guys got a vision, God's going to work it out. Yeah. Regardless of what anybody else is going to say.
He does.
You got the older generation saying this is the way it needs to be. And, sometimes with the young generation, they going to hate on you. Oh, they ain't going to make it. You already know how it is.
And just let that be known, we are followers of God. We are definitely followers of God.
Amen. Dave, you got any follow-up questions?
Real quick, last time I probably seen Mike or Extreme. It was years
Back in the days, right?
Back in the years ago. So, do you still do music?
Oh, yeah, I sort of do. I mean, it's been about a year, I ain't gonna lie, but I do it on
You put him in front of a mic, he's ready.
There you go.
At our wedding, our reception, we was rapping.
I'm in front of a mic right now.
Oh, how?
But no, that's ain't what this platform. But Off the Hook Fishing More, that's what I do right now.
I got a question. At the wedding, was the rest of the crew there? Yeah, you still
they
see
were.
The rest?
Yeah, Shine and Dine.
Wow.
Shout out to Shine and Dine and
Man.
Juan.
Shout out to the members.
My
of the
homeboy crew. Yeah, but y'all know Shine and Dine though. Yeah.
Awesome, man. That's really good, man. So, well, let's ask this question: how are the people going to be able to taste this delicious food? Where do you guys at? Do you cater to companies specifically, or you just at a specific location? How do they find you?
We do it all.
Yeah. If they want to know where we at, go to the Off the Hook Fishing More on Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter, and we post locations and times. It's not like a specific, scheduled time where we're gonna be at a certain place every week or nothing like that. Is
Follow us and catch us.
follow us and catch us. And if you want us, at an event or to cater at your job or something, email at offthehookfishandmore@gmail.com. Make sure you do that.
You know what? Like what you guys just said is absolutely perfect, because I'm a big documentary watcher, and I was watching one. This maybe like 2 weeks or so ago of a Korean company in California, and they had a mobile truck too as well. It was different, there's like kind of organic food and burritos and stuff like that. But they had an opportunity to spin off from some of their other predecessors and got the funding for theirs, and they got 4 food trucks running around in LA. And he just gets on Twitter and say where he gonna be, and people just come out on their lunch break and get that food like crazy. So
Yeah.
y'all on the right track.
We're trying.
So we're gonna duplicate them trucks and get them on all 4 corners of the city and have that running. So what's the primary location that you guys are generally at? Is it somewhere on the east side of town?
If we at East, we at the old Mary Seafood lot, or if we out west, we might be next to Lafayette Square Mall, somewhere around that area.
Okay.
Next to the Lafayette Square Mall.
And generally, you said it's just Friday, Saturday,
Saturday, Sunday. For now, yeah.
For now, okay.
Yeah, it's about to get cold, and the season for this kind of thing kind of slows down during the winter. But during the summer, next spring, actually, when it warms up, we probably go full time with it.
Well, now schools do stuff all the time, and sometimes it's during the day. So if a school reached out to you and said, "Hey, we got something going on, we need y'all," and they let you know ahead of time, enough to know, would you guys be able to make it out there?
Definitely email offthehookfishingmore@gmail.com.
Put you on a schedule. We'll be there.
All right. Now, for all of our, once again, if you're listening in the car and you want to chime in with us and see us live, Facebook at Insight Sundays. Once again, that's Facebook at Insight Sundays. They surprised us today, specifically me. I didn't know they was going to bring in the food. So
if you didn't bring any food, you know I was going to say something.
We brought the fish truck downstairs cooking, okay?
So let's for everybody who's listening right now, if you want to tune in to Facebook right now. You can see some of this food. I'm looking at the fries right now. I'm looking at them. Mike's eating some. Miss Danielle, what we got? She got she got the fish. She got 2 boxes.
She got whiting. That's whiting, man.
She got 2 boxes. So now let me ask this question. So I know we got the food. Do we got desserts?
We do.
Is that something y'all provide too?
Oh, tell them off the hook. Yes, it's sliding a little bit, but it's still good. Still tastes the same.
I was gonna let that,
No, you might want to get that because it's got whipped cream on it.
Don't eat it. Okay, because it sure looks like I got sweet tooth.
German chocolate, Heath cake caramel, whipped cream, and Heath cake crumbles on top.
Sounds good.
And drink products, is it Pepsi, Coke, or
Pepsi, Coke, lemonade, fruit punch.
so everything.
Fago.
All right, that's
Water
awesome.
for all the water drinkers too.
True.
Gotta get that dive in.
Drink pop, only drink water.
Right. A diet pop.
So now, I guess from a health standpoint, what would you say would be the best thing for your older generation, who's trying to watch certain things? Like, do you guys provide certain healthy, I wouldn't say healthy meals, but is it something that you guys provide for them specifically?
Yep, here's what you do.
Okay.
When you buy the food, don't eat it all.
Okay.
Eat less. There you go.
Hey, man, it just
Eat
makes
less.
sense.
Eat less of it.
Well, we
makes
do
sense.
cook in healthier oil.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, oil's pretty healthy. Yeah,
So,
it's not the traditional
know.
greasy
Yeah.
fat.
We
heavy
ain't
oil.
got to give out the ingredients at all, but just for our vegetarians or whatever they want to say out there, they cheat from time to time.
Hey, I just had a vegan come up to the truck and buy something yesterday. Might not have been for him, but he came and bought it.
Now I want to ask this. It ain't that bad of a break the ice question. What's the craziest customer you had come to your truck? That you was just like you had to shut the door and just roll off.
like in a bad way. I don't know, not in a bad way. We ain't really had nothing in a bad way.
Do we have weird stuff that obviously the fish truck and the fish on the truck
It's a fish truck. They'd
should
be
tip
like,
them off, but
y'all don't have no burgers. It's a big fish on the
you know what
outside.
I mean? Like there's an and more on there, but
But
Yeah,
well, that's the airborne.
Right, right. So
and we really ain't had too many bad encounters or anything.
Yeah,
a lot of
it's really been
a lot
love.
of funny stuff, like the guy with the cake.
The guy with the cake. He came one time like, hey, I seen you on Facebook. Boom, came, left, brought his wife back to give me all the cake you got up in there.
Yep.
Give me all the cake. The fish cool too. That's the bomb, but give me all the cake you got.
That's awesome,
like-
man. So once again, lastly, we're going to go ahead and end this part of the show and start the second half. Let them know once again where they can find you guys at, contact you at, and get in touch with Off the Hook Fishing More.
Okay, follow us on Facebook, Off the Hook Fishing More. Instagram, Off the Hook Fishing More. Twitter is Off the Hook Fish 1. And if you want us at an event or cater anything, email offthehookfishingmore@gmail.com. Make sure you do that. Hey, I just want to say I'm proud of y'all too, man.
Appreciate
Both
that,
of y'all,
man.
man. I know.
Appreciate that,
Back,
man.
I always knew y'all had a positive future going for real.
I appreciate
But yeah.
that a lot, man. I really do. So
Thank
once
you, sir.
again,
Thank
check out Off the Hook Fishing More. If you're downtown right now and you can hear me, the truck is outside. I don't
Come
know
on,
if
yes.
it's particularly serving the food, but I know the truck is outside. So at least you know what to look for when you see it. You can't
You
miss
know,
it. It's bright green
two-tone.
with a big old catfish
Yes.
standing on the side of it, holding the Off the Hook Fishing More. So we're going to go ahead and wrap up this first half and go to our second half in just a minute. Welcome back, Indianapolis. Once again, it's your main man, Adrian Mickens, with my co-star, co-host,
David Kegler.
And on the second half of Insight Sundays, once again, for all of our listeners out there, quick drop. I want to let everybody know if you want to watch this live, go to Facebook at Insight Sundays. Once again, that's Facebook at Insight Sundays. Of course, a shout out to all of our sponsors, which is Buttons and Bows Hair Salon, Bethesda Southeast Campus, RNS Menswear, Studio 14 Hair Salon, and Sam Ash Music Store. So, in studio today, we have a special brother in the house. I've heard his music, and I'm telling you, Indianapolis, it is hot. It is hot. In studio today, we have Mr. Shalandon in the house. So introduce yourself a little bit, Mr. Shalandon.
Hey, what's going on? What's going on, Indianapolis? I've been around a little bit. You know what I do? I do gospel rap, whatnot, spoken word poetry, all those different types of things. I just like to talk about social issues, man, but infuse Jesus.
Amen.
Right.
So in studio right next to you, who do we have this brother here?
Hey, Minister Heron, my right-hand man.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Good to be in the house.
All right, what's your name, brother?
Mr. Stephen Herring.
Minister Stephen
Yeah.
Heron. All right now, and key word is minister, and that's what a lot of the young brothers here in the city definitely need today. We live in a time where the unaccepted is accepted, and it's becoming to be much more of a problem each and every day. So I'm glad that Mr. Shalandon is taking the time to not also be a gospel hip hop artist, but he also takes the time to go out and mentor the youth too as well. So
Yeah,
we
for
got
sure.
another dynamic brother we're going to go to here in just a minute, but his name is Justin. Justin, all right, perfect. Justin's in the house, and his dad is in the house too.
Yeah.
Justin's dad's in the house.
JP. Universal. That's my barber right there, man.
That's all right. So
Best hands in the city.
let's cut right to the chase.
Him and Red.
What is this single that we got right now that's getting ready to hit? What's
Hey
this
man,
single?
the single is called "The Flood." Man, "The Flood." It was produced by Joey French here, the native of this city,
Awesome brother.
and everything. And man, the brother's cold. Man.
Yes, he is, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So one of the things was I wanted to talk about. I wanted to talk about some of the society, some of the social injustices and things like that, but bring the spiritual level of everything. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to expose that. Some people think it's just black and white, like it's a black and white issue. You can say yes, on the surface it is, but it's deeper than that. It's spiritual. You know what I'm saying? Satan hates Christians. Christians hate Satan. So there's a war going on.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So that's the thing I wanted to talk about. But not just say Jesus, 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 but be able to actually articulate what somebody is feeling, what somebody is seeing. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I write. So
Absolutely. And you got is a video already up for it, or that's getting ready to come here?
that's
pretty
getting
soon?
ready to come, man. It's in the editing stages and things like that.
All right. And I'm pretty sure for everybody out there, once again, who's watching us on Facebook at Insight Sundays, you may have seen the preview for this week of another track that he did. The brother is dynamic when it comes to videos, the editing quality, the everything, man. It was an awesome video, man. That was a good one to put out for pre-promotion for today. Minister Steve, we're gonna go ahead and get that track playing here in just a second, but what was your contribution on the track "The Flood"?
Well, well, actually, I was just holding it down with my brother, and just happened to be in the studio with him. And there was a place in the song where we knew we needed something else, and actually, it wasn't written down. We were just in the studio, and he asked me to give it some thought. And in about 15 minutes, I just went into the studio and just dropped it. Man, God just gave it to me. Just straight off the cuff.
That's awesome,
Yeah, it was energetic, man. I love the energy of that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, Indianapolis, we're not going to waste any more time. We're going to drop this single right now that's going to be available. Is it already available now or is it getting ready to be
It's available on iTunes, Tidal, excuse me, Spotify, man, SoundCloud. It's everywhere, man.
Got you.
Google
All right.
Play.
So we're going to go ahead and roll that track.
What were you thinking when that water just rushed in like that? Child, we gotta go.
Watch out for the car crash, planes falling out the sky. Man try to kill himself under pressure, but he can't die. People got a ton of questions, they really wanna know why. Why they had to kill that boy with his hands stretched to the sky. This world steady screaming peace, but we can still feel the heat coming from the violence and the death dwelling in these streets. Up late night around about 2:45. Single mom stuck in the room, 4 kids and no heat. Nothing to eat, starving from hunger pains and sharpening switchblades. She hits from the E&J just to escape. She looked to heaven and screamed, Lord have mercy, why have you forsaken me? I'm in need of your true peace. Only Jesus give us peace in the midst of this storm. Yeah, the true and living God with all this mess going on. When he steps into your life, all the fear must leave. All he wants you to do is believe, just believe. Lord, it's me, I'm in need of your protection. I stretch my hands to the heavens, your direction. You're all knowing wisdom, power, and perfection. One drop of blood, it can save a whole nation. Lord, it's me, I'm in need of your protection. I stretch my hands to the heavens, your direction. You're all knowing wisdom, power, and perfection. One drop of blood, it can save a whole nation. Lord, it's me, Lord, it's me, Lord, it's me. Help. Lord, it's me, Lord, it's me, Lord, it's me, God. Lord, it's me, Lord, it's me, Lord, it's me. Help. Lord, it's me, Lord, it's me, Lord, it's me, God. Hillary Clinton, Donald Trump, y'all think this is just surface level. Y'all think this is natural. This is the war on the natural. Nah, it's spiritual. This is deeper than that. It's spiritual. I didn't start this fire, it was burning since the beginning of time. As sin was introduced, Adam's pride made us follow suit. I don't talk surface, I get down to the real root. You are what you committed to, so I don't care what your mouth say. Like a man stuck in his chains, claiming he free. Stuck in his own habits, blind, yup, claiming he see. Nobody's exempt from this truth, nope, not even me. On this piano called life, I just wanna play the right key. So I just freeze, exhale, and breathe, and drop to my knees. Ask God to intervene, cause it's him that I need. In this world of steady evil, so many people deceive. I don't know about you, I just want my heart to be clean. 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 I just want my heart.
Man, if you ever been out here in these streets before, if you ever sold dope before, man, I'm telling you right now, man, I'm sick and tired of this, man. I want God for real, man. I want him in my heart, man. I just want my heart to be clean. God. Just want to be clean. God. I want the real God. God. Come in my life.
Most of y'all think it's black and white, but it's spiritual. Oh, it's so critical. This time is so critical. And it's downright criminal how they keep lying to the people and keep blinding the people. Like Satan ain't the author of confusion. His movements is hidden in the details, and his plan is to derail. Your soul is up for wholesale. Yo, please read this email. The truth is attached. I said, please read this email. The truth is attached. All cops don't hate blacks, and all blacks don't hate cops. All blacks don't slang rocks, and all cops don't plant drugs. But all of us bleed red, and all of us need love. Jesus is the antidote. Jesus is the antidote. Only Jesus give us peace in the midst of this storm. Yeah, the true and living God with all this mess going on. When he steps into your life, all the fear must leave. All he wants you to do is believe, just believe. Lord, it's me, I'm in need of your protection. I stretch my hands to the heavens, your direction. You're all knowing wisdom, power, and perfection. One drop of blood, it can save a whole nation. Lord, it's me, I'm in.
All right, once again, Indianapolis. That was Shalandon's single called The Flood. I hope everybody enjoyed that. That song is awesome and it's powerful. Again, Steve, we just talked about that before. I love your part in the song, man. It's very powerful and inspirational from a poetic level, man. It just really hits home, man. It really does.
Well, we thank and praise God for what he's doing because, the book of Proverbs, the 4th chapter and 23rd verse reads, keep thy heart with all diligence, for out of it are the issues of life.
Amen.
And a lot of people out here in the streets, man, selling drugs, gang banging. I used to be one of those guys,
Yes,
and I wish that a long time ago somebody would have just had enough heart to come up to me and give me the truth. But
Yes.
there's a factor of intimidation that's going about the land, and I believe that every man and woman has their time when God says so. But I'm so glad that God called me out of the darkness into the marvelous light, that I can throw out the lifeline and share his truth with my brothers and sisters on the streets, man.
Awesome. Dave,
sure.
you got a question, man?
Yeah.
You said something that's really touching our nation right now. All
that?
blacks don't hate cops, and all cops don't hate blacks, correct?
That's the truth.
Yes. What are some of your, besides the things that are going on in our media and in our world today, what are some of your inspirations and your musical inspirations? Because, man, you got a cold flow.
Yes, you do, man.
Amen to that.
That's first of all, I give everything to God, man. You know what I'm saying? All credit to Jesus first, and then you know what I'm saying. My mom, man, she was good with them words. Pastor Curlin Walker, my family. But my brother was a DJ, man, and like my mom being a pastor and everything, I couldn't listen to certain music and couldn't have certain music in the house. So I would sneak, I would sneak my brother's tapes. He would have somebody like, he'd play Tupac or play Public Enemy. You know what I'm saying? So and X-Clan. So you had MCs like that or music like that was talking about social injustice. So that was starting to be ingrained. But I really didn't notice it until I got a little older. The music that I gravitated to, like Wu-Tang and Mobb Deep and all of them, the people, or Nas, the people that had, lyrical content. Now at the same, they had it wasn't. I don't really want to say it was all substance all the time because they was talking. It could be talking about nonsense. It was just the way they said it. You know what I'm saying?
And
the delivery.
What you incorporate is what I tell all the young people who want to get into music and who want to do it the right way. Well,
Right.
I don't even say necessarily the right way, but the positive way, as they would say, or conscientious. Learn the art. You can learn the art from the worst rapper in the world who says the most degrading things, anything. Learn the art of the way that they delivered it and brought it. But you put in your content, your lyrics. Let it be heard. But everybody samples from somebody. You can be a heavy hitter like DMX or, all those rappers, something like that. And then put it in your style and your Christian hip hop style and make it work for you like Shalandon has done. But I want to go ahead and transition right over here to my man right here, Mr. Justin in the house. How has you can swing that one over. How has Shalandon influenced you as like a big brother? I know your dad's here, but as a big brother, because mine's is right over there and right over here, man. They really look out for me all the time, man. So how's it having that big brother standpoint? I don't know if you the big brother at home or not, but how's that to have a big brother, man?
He just tells the truth, and he just has like a big impact on the world and everything. So
you can see that.
That's inspirational.
He wrote. Was it like a letter or something? He wrote you.
Oh man, he wrote. He did a report. He called me, said, "Man, I got a report. I need to interview you for this report." And I'm like, "Wow," you know what I'm saying? It sort of blew me back because his dad cuts my hair. His dad's friends sometimes cut my hair also. So when he's not there, Red to cut my hair and whatnot. But sometimes he'll still be at the shop. And when he's at the shop, I mean, you don't really look at how impactful you are or what are you doing in somebody else's life. They standing back watching you. You know what I'm saying? I could be a certain way. I can act a certain way. But if I'm not holding up that standard, or if I'm, you know what I'm saying, out of the sight of everybody else, you know what I'm saying? It's like I didn't know. You know what I mean? When his dad called me, it's like, hey man, he wanna write a report. So
well, as always, Indianapolis, we're not here for a long time, but always here for a good time. So once again, if they want to find this track or get in contact with you, where do they go to?
Oh man, they can go to Facebook. You can catch me on Facebook. It's Shalandon Walker. All right, you can catch me on Twitter at Shalandon Walker, Instagram Shalandon Walker, ChalandonWalker, or if you want to buy the single, you can go to Tidal, Spotify, iTunes, Google Play. It's everywhere. I got my last project on there, and by the way, I won an award for that last project.
You let me know.
Which was Social Remedy. So
yep. All right, so Indianapolis, once again, this has been another edition of Insight Sundays. We appreciate everybody for listening and tune in next week.
All right.